Okay, I've been meaning to do a review of this bike for absolutely ages. I've tried unsuccessfully about 8 or 9 times, but every time I've just been sitting there waffling under the camera. The camera's not been on, or it hasn't. I've recorded the wrong thing, or whatever. So there's no point. I've had to delete them and keep on trying. Fingers crossed it's recording, and we can go from there. Right, I've had this since February, this bike. My last video I posted when I first got it. The mileage is now 31,276, so I haven't done a great deal of miles on it, though to be fair, with the weather we've been having, it's been flipping awful. And we've had that horrible white stuff on the ground, and I have basically bottled out from riding in it. So my opinions on this ZR7. Ooh, where do we start? It is better than my old bike, my XJ, and it does do what I want it to do. It is great for touring. It is easy to ride. Acceleration's a lot better, but obviously because the seating position or riding position is more upright, it isn't a sports bike. Now I thought I didn't actually go that fast. Went out bank holiday Monday, and I was with some friends. One had a Yamaha 600 Thundercat. One had I think it was a ZR9 or a GPZ9, basically a 900 sports bike, sports tourer. And another guy had a CBR 600. This is a 750, and more than happily kept up with them. And most of the corners I was keeping up with them or beating them. However, I'm still getting used to this bike, so obviously I'm not leaning into the corners as much, and because obviously the riding position is totally different than my XJ, you know, it's not lower on the tank. But yeah, for the touring, the long distance, ideal bike. Very happy with it. I've had a few little niggles. It's gone back to the dealer a couple of times for small things to be sorted. One of those was my own fault, being a muppet. But you know, I mean, you get so many people saying, oh, this is not working, that's not working, he's a bag of shit, I'm not going there again. Well, if you've got a problem, go back to the guy that you bought it from. 9 times out of 10, most people will try and sort it out, because obviously they want your repeat business. Also advertising. If you're going to slag them off, they're going to lose future business. Okay, I use a small backstreet guy, mechanic. Very nice guy, very helpful, and yeah, I'll go down this, talk to him. So if you've got a problem, go back to the guy you got it from, basically, and talk to him. I mean, it's all been trivial little shit. The hot grips weren't working, or the grips were moving. Little things that only took him 5-10 minutes to fix. So you know, it keeps the rapport up, and keeps the rapport up with the dealer. I've been ill for the last week. Well, not quite a week. I had an allergic reaction to something, I have a feeling it was my methotrexate I'm on for the arthritis. I've come out in lumps and bumps, and well, I look like John Merrick, the Elephant Man. Lumps and bumps all over my body, face all swollen, lips all puffy, eyes puffy. Even my dick was 3 times the size that it would be. Not, you know, that was soft. So I've actually been, I should have returned back to work on Wednesday. Obviously that's a week, it'll be a week, so I'm returning back to work on Thursday. I'm almost sorted now, most of the swelling's gone down. I've got a few lumps still on my face, but it's a lot better. I've been on an antihistamine. I've been taking injections, and I've also had the pills. Unfortunately they knocked me right out. That's part of the going like the clappers, and also that they do make you drowsy and dopey. Obviously in my job, because I'm a coach driver, I can't take the tablets out and drive. To be fair, Mrs. Skunk has been looking after me, or trying to look after me. I am a very, very stubborn individual, and I've sort of caved in. I mean, she's done her best, and she has looked after me, so fair play to that Mrs. Skunk. But I'm not very good at people fussing around me, and I've had to get out today for my own sanity. Obviously because I'm off the methotrexate and I'm off the naproxen for the allergy, my hands and wrists were really starting to play up, my joints were starting to play up. Okay, I can't do a great deal about certain of my joints. It's a sign of the times. I'm getting old. You know, we're nobody's getting any younger. I've got to start listening to my body. I'm not 18 anymore, or 15. I still act like I'm 5 mentally, but I can't do the amount of stuff I used to do, and I've got to start slowing down. And because my hands were hurting, my wrists were hurting, the thing that actually I find helps is riding the bike. Clutch control and brakes, and obviously each individual limb has got a job to do. So your left hand is for the clutch and the indicators, your right hand is for the throttle and the front brake, your left foot is for the gears, and your right foot is for the rear brake. Also when you're going into corners, you're bracing, you're leaning, and it does keep you quite fit. When I was doing I hadn't ridden for years, when I was doing my initial training to take my test, I was absolutely bollocksed. I cannot believe that something just riding a bike was so tiring. Now it doesn't bother me, but obviously when you're starting off, you're concentrating, you're holding the bars too tight, you're not relaxed, you're not flowing. So anyway, we're heading off at the moment down to a place called Tri-Cross Zoo, which is just up here on our left. We're passing this, and we're actually on the Bosworth where I'm by Bosworth, where Bosworth battles happened with King Richard. Now, I don't know if the Americans will know about this, but we in England we have a thing called the PG tips. It's tea bags or tea. I know most Americans drink a lot of coffee. Well, PG tips, the advert was with the chimpanzees drinking tea, various adverts of them. Well, Tri-Cross Zoo was where they actually filmed the advert, where they took the chimps from. They were basically chimps and monkeys rescued from Spain, etc. A bit like Monkey World, Monkey Sanctuary, and then they used the chimps for that. They've got other things like lions, tigers, penguins, meerkats, which I love. So I'm not that far from home. I'm only about 10-15 miles from where I live, but I'm out in like North Leicestershire, and it's really pretty. A bit cold today. We've even still got a bit of snow on the ground. So, you know, I mean, it's spring. Spring is definitely here now. It's been a long time coming, but it's actually here now. Which, boy, I'm so pleased about. You would not believe. So pleased. But I said I'm not going to go out for long. I'm just going for a spin, warm up, and do a bit. But yeah. I guess I am a bit disappointed that she's not a sports bike, but I've got the extra speed, so I expect more and more and more. Obviously I've got to ride, how can I put this, I've got to ride to the limitations of the bike. You can push them hard, like with anything, but she's not an R1, she's not a CBR, she is a basic commuting bike. You know, obviously if you get a Pan European or a Honda Duval, they're good for touring, but they're not the fastest on the planet. They're not, you know, they're not the GXXRs, they're not the R1s, they're not the Fireblades, sorry. So, you know, they're not the Ninjas. So I've got to basically ride the bike to its limitations. And yeah, I mean, okay. The idea was to tour on it, and she is awesome at that. She pulls away nicely, lots of low down torque. I'm still getting used to it, as I said. I do find the brakes not quite as, I don't feel they're quite as good as the other one. However, this does go a lot faster. I'm not sure how the weight of it is, I will find out. This does go faster than the other one. I've just got to ride and read the road ahead more. The engine braking isn't quite as good on this as the other one. It has engine braking, but it's not quite the same as the other one. The other one you just backed off and it was like slowing down. And the other one took a while to get to the speed. I mean, this will do, well, I've had 110, 115 out of this one. I haven't really pushed it that much. But I'm getting better. Also, I'm finding that because I had my enhanced training, or my enhanced rider training, advanced rider training, call it what you will, I'm not leaning as much, but I am going faster. I'm reading the road more. It's like if you look at the police when they're riding, they don't actually lean as much because obviously they're reading the road. So my riding's better, and also this bike, the tyres are twice the width of my other one, and I'm doing 70 now. And she's, you know, fully at 5,000 revs quite happily. So, you know, it's not like full out fucking stripping the nuts off of it. She's only a 5-speed, so yeah, I could probably do with another skier for tour cruising, but only a 5-speed. But she pulls away quite happily. She's easy enough to maintain. Parts are fairly easy to get hold of on it. Yeah, so on the whole I'm happy. I'll still take Mrs. Skunk out on it yet. She hasn't come with me yet. That'll be a new kettle of fish. The clutch is a lot lighter on this. I mean, I would like to have a sports bike-ish. Maybe in the future I might be getting myself, I mean, I do like the look of those ER6s, but I might get myself a sports bike or a sport e-bike. I'm looking at a CBR 600, one of the early ones, the old jelly mold. Anyway, Ta-fa for now, ride safe, keep the audio side down. This is Stinky.